Okay, so that's why we partner with them. We have a service center here in Nigeria, and of course, they're always here. They were here last week. Let me be precise.
Okay.
They come around to check our systems. They check if we have industrial designs. They're here to check it, make sure we have good installation systems. So that's why we partner with Techfine as a company.
Okay, we're talking about alternative sources of power supply now, and we talked about solar the other time. Now we're talking about batteries today. How can batteries be an alternative source of energy?
Okay. Okay. When you mention alternative power supply or renewable energy, after panels, you have the storage system, which is the battery.
Okay.
You know, when you have a storage, it's like a water tank.
Okay.
You store water there. When you want to make use of water, fill it up, you take water from your water tank. Okay, battery is, let me say, is the brain box of alternative power supply.
Okay, it's the brain box of alternative power supply.
It's first all the power that whenever you want to make use of it, you draw from it.
Okay, so what kind of batteries do you sell?
Okay, we sell gel batteries.
Gel batteries.
That's top-notch battery in the market.
Okay, you would have to break it down because ordinary person, you're talking about gel, like I'm thinking about air and all of that. So, gel batteries in what sense? Like, please help explain.
Okay, when you mention batteries, they are various components. Okay. We have the lead, that's the lead plate. The plate is made of lead. Then the electrolyte is made of acid. Then we have electrolyte mixed with gel. This to avoid the spillage and so that we will have in a battery we'll have flooded. That's water batteries,
okay,
which prone to spillage. Now, for you to handle that spillage, that comes gel. When you mix it, when you mix the electrolyte with the gel to avoid spillage, and it also have other advantages.
Okay. To add to what my colleague just said,
okay,
Techfine battery actually has long life design. They've actually been designed with good application. You can use them for at least 5 years.
5 years.
Good. So you're good to go for 5 years. You have another advantage. It has very low internal resistance. And when we talk of low internal resistance, we're talking of it can easily store and take power. It's not all batteries that has all this facility. That of course, when you have a debt discharge, it's not all batteries that can actually perform better to reboot. Let me use the word reboot to come up. So that's why it has a Techfine battery actually has a better deep discharge recovery ability. It can actually recover after exhausting it. You still have something to come up at an instance. Added to that is the fact that it has wide operation of temperature. And of course, the meaning of that is in a layman language, we can look at it that it can withstand harsh temperature. That's the difference between if you heard about there's this I don't want to mention the name. There was one incident that happened in the Scandinavian country where batteries were exploding. I don't want to mention it because somewhere in here, of course, people at home will understand what we're saying. Now, the issue we have with that is that kind of battery actually does not have a wide rate of operation temperature. It does not have a minimal way to assist to accommodate high temperature. So that's why it's exploding. But Techfine battery can actually, when there's an increase in high temperature, there's minimal loss of water because of the valve regulated layers inside. So that's why it's better than what we have in the. Another advantage is that it's a deep cycle battery. And when we say deep cycle, the meaning of that is it delivers power for a very long time. Look at your car system, for instance. Your car system, you need battery to just trigger it, to power it, and just for a short time. But an inverter system works for a very long time. So you need a battery that can work for a very long time. We're talking of Some people use it as for 24 hours. They keep using the inverter system. So of course, you need a battery that can actually deliver power for a very long time. That's why Techfine are one of the best. And of course, people have the misconception that, of course, because another advantage is the German technology. It's actually a rugged technology that has been put in place, and if I can say, the percentage error over the years very minimal. And of course, because we have warranty on most of our systems, you can come around for an exchange of these batteries.
Okay, if anything happens between the range of 5 years, what's your warranty like?
No, a warranty is
1 year.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the range of batteries you sell now in specific terms, because we know that different ranges of battery apply to different people. So let's talk about the range now.
Okay, now we have 100 amps, if I stand correctly, 100 amps of battery. We have 150 amps, then we have 200 amps.
Okay, so someone that gets a battery of 100 amps, like how much power can it generate and produce?
Okay, in when designing a inverter backup solution or solar solution, it depends on your load. We do a load audit.
Okay.
Then you tell us, okay, this is how long I want it to back up.
Okay.
2 hours, 3 hours a day. That will help us know the number of battery you need. Is your load, is your energy requirement that will tell us the number of batteries you will need.
Okay, your energy requirement. So if I run a business, like if I run a cold room, I sell frozen foods and all of that, and these things need to be preserved well. So how much power do you think I'm going to need?
Okay, for a standard solution, for a fridge or a freezer with other appliances, you need a minimum of 4 batteries of 200 Ah.
4 batteries?
4 batteries of.
Wow, so how affordable are they? Because we're talking about this, and are they really affordable? Like, anybody doesn't make our pockets go empty?
It's affordable.
Very affordable. So what's the price range?
Okay, for the 100 Ah battery, it goes for 55,000. Then for the 200 Ah, it goes for 110,000.
Wow, I mean, it's affordable. Very interesting. Okay, so what makes Techfine batteries better than other batteries in the market?
Okay, as my colleague said earlier, one thing that affects batteries is deep discharge. When you are using the battery to the barest minimum, it kills batteries. But we have a battery that can withstand that deep discharge problem. That when you deeply discharge it, it can still come up. That's one advantage our battery have over other batteries in the market.
Okay.
Then, in a battery, one of the qualities of a good battery is internal resistance. When you're talking about one of the best, the resistance is 2.3 milliohms.
Okay.
Very good. That's the lowest you can get in the market.
Okay, let me add to that. I have this. You see, one of the things people, Nigerians should know is, of course, batteries are cycles. And of course, Techfine batteries can do more than 900 cycles at depth of discharge when it's 50%. The truth, let me explain this in a layman definition. Now, a battery, the meaning of a cycle is you charge and discharge. The meaning of that is when you charge and is 100%, is very advisable that you discharge. The meaning of discharge is you use.
Okay, use it
for a minimum of 80%, then leave the 20% for another cycle. It's actually advisable not to exhaust your battery systems. The meaning is you use 80%, you're keeping 20% for another charge. That's one cycle.
Okay.
Now, at 50% discharge, depth of discharge, Techfine batteries can actually has more than 900 cycles.
900.
Yes. Most of the standardized battery have similar to that. We actually have different kind of batteries in the world: lead acid, lithium ion, lead carbon. The vogue of lead carbon is here now, and of course, people now we are not more into that. But Techfine batteries actually accommodate most of all these things.
Okay, let me add to what my colleague has said about cycles. Our
Okay.
battery having over 1,000 cycles.
You said 900. You're saying 1,000.
It wasn't specific. It's
Okay.
over 900.
Okay. So yours is 1,000.
Oh, I said
Yes.
above 1,000.
Above 1,000
cycles.
Wow.
What it means that, okay, you discharge. That's it, 1 cycle. Now we have about 365 days. Let's assume you use 1 cycle in a day. If you do the mathematics, you have over 3 years of service life from the batteries. It means that with a good usage, you can have over 4 years with our Techfine batteries.
Okay, so what really spoils batteries? Because you talked about cycles and using them 80%, 20% for the next cycle. What actually spoils batteries?
Okay, over the years, we noted 2 things at Nexgen Energy that spoils battery. One, very critical, deep discharge. It's advisable for inverter users to note that deep discharge actually spoils battery. Most of our people run inverter systems as if they want to enjoy the whole of life 24 hours. Good is good, but when for instance, you're not at home, your light is on, your inverter system is on, why don't you switch it off for charging? So the meaning of that is some people allow their battery to be exhausted till 0% discharge.
Okay.
So that's not advisable. That's the first thing that spoils battery. Then the second thing that is very close to that is partial charge. Because of our light issues in Nigeria, we have had people charging their battery, and of course they do maybe, for instance, 60%. Tomorrow you didn't even maybe you discharge again, you charge again for maybe 30%. Inconsistent way of charging can actually spoil battery. So over the years, these are one of the things we have observed, and we counsel our client to do, of course, at purchase. When they come for the final purchase, we give serious counseling that people should avoid partial charge and deep discharge. So those are the things we have noted over the years.
Okay, quickly, I want to ask, you said there's a warranty of 1 year. What exactly does your warranty cover? Because some people might deep discharge their batteries and come back and say there's something wrong with it. So how do you diagnose and know exactly, okay, this is what you did, and so our warranty doesn't cover this? What does your warranty cover?
Okay, let me cite a very good instance. Recently, we have this kind of issues you see, clients sometimes don't assist what we advise. For instance, this client of ours, we gave him a system, and of course we just discovered the system packed off. It was actually on a 1 year warranty system, and of course later the first thing we did was what we call load audits. We call it clamping. Clamping is actually reading the real time of what you are using. The meaning of that is at the particular time we advise don't use freezer on it. Somebody can actually put freezer on it when we are not there.
Okay.
Or of course it says I'm using one laptop, its friends are around, they plug like 10 systems and of course different gadgets. Even some, I've had one instance that one client told us that his children, maybe it's not actually our client, we actually came in when there was a challenge that his children plugged in an iron system. And of course, it's actually not meant for an iron system.
Okay.
So there is a total battery discharge. And of course, what we can do in such instance is do what we call clamping. We read what you are using per time. So with this system, we'll know, of course, what you have been doing on our systems. Now, over time, we'll now, of course, you're on a 1 year warranty, we can refix.
Okay.
But of course, when there's a continuous happening of this, of course, we know you have a 1 year warranty. It doesn't mean you should spoil your battery, you should spoil your system. There is a law, don't put this, don't put this, don't. If you are using the right system, inverter actually works.
Okay. All right. So talking about batteries and what's for batteries now, sorry I'm taking you back a bit. does this dip discharge and of course partial discharge, is this phone batteries? That's phone batteries now. Talking about phone batteries, not regular batteries,
Okay.
like for benefit of those listening. Does this also spoil phone batteries and let's say laptop batteries? If you do partial discharge and deep discharge, does it actually spoil these batteries?
Yes, of course.
It does.
It does. It does.
Mm.
Battery is batteries. Just because there is a difference between inverter batteries from phone batteries. But it's the same similar technology.
Similar technology. Okay, in case you're just joining us, you're listening to Talking Points on Inspiration 100.5 FM, and I'm with representatives from Techfine and Nexgen Energy. And today we are talking about batteries. I have Inioluwa Adekule and Uka Festus Eze. Nexgen has a promo which they are running. After this break, we'll be back to talk about that.
We are all about the family here on Inspiration 100.5 FM.
The number one family radio. Catch the Beat! Oh yes, Catch the Beat will be coming on your number one family radio station, Inspiration 100.5 FM, anytime of the day. No question to answer, no task. All you need to do is be fastest finger and catch the beat. Listen up for the Catch the Beat theme sound anytime of the day. Catch the Beat! You heard that? So what are you waiting for? Tune into Inspiration 100.5 FM. Get set and catch the beat.
No, we are actually
Just about to have a repetition. Welcome back from that. You're listening to Talking Points on Inspiration 100.5 FM, and we are talking with Nexgen Energy and Techfine batteries. Now we're talking about Nexgen Energy back to school, solars, and inverters promos. So, what are the different packages that are available, and what can it do?
Oh, thank you very much. We at Nexgen, we looked at back to school inverter promo that is actually in vogue now. A lot of people have been to our office, and of course they've actually enjoyed the promo. And of course that's why we are trying to talk to people at home to come around for their promo too. They can also enjoy this. Back to school promo is about for some lighting issues in the house, maybe TV, a fan, to encourage our students that are in school to, of course, have a better learning situation and environment. And so we have the 500 watts solar gen, which is actually a promo. We have discounted it for 10%, and 1,000 watts, of course, 1,000 watts solar gen, which also is on promo. We have the lighting kit. Lighting kit is actually, let me start with lighting. Lighting kit is an inverter system that is designed for 6 bulbs, charge 2 phones. So of course, you can prepare your kits for school in the morning, and of course prepare 1 or 2 things at night to make them have successful trip to the school in the morning. And of course, you're looking at charging of phones. It can actually charge 2 phones. Of course, when you have then it comes with a panel. It's not only you're dependent on power again, because one of the things we are preaching at Nexgen is an Avirai system, which of course has a solar system, and of course you can actually, maybe in case of you have minimal power, you can also charge the system. And the 500 watts is a design system that can power 6 lights, 2 phones. You can charge 2 phones with it. It can power your TV, your decoder, your fan, 1 fan, then of course your laptop, of course, that's 500 watts. Then the 1,000 watts, which also is in the promo, is designed to actually power your laptops. More load. You know, it's a 1,000 watt system. It can power at least 2 laptops.
Okay, so that's like double of what 500 watts can do.
Yes, double. Good. Okay. So you can actually power your decoder, power your lights there, your phones, and you know, and thereabouts. So of course, that's what the packages we have for back to school promo.
Okay, so how long will this promo last?
Yes, thank you. A lot of people have actually been talking to us about extending it, but of course we have seen the necessity, so we extended the promo till October 31.
October 31st. So
31st.
there's an extra month.
Yes, of course, we are looking at independent. Nigeria is celebrating independence.
So
let everybody be independent. Yes, so that's why
power independent.
Power independent. Thank you very much.
Okay, so how much does this cost? So 500 watts, 1,000 watts. How much does it cost? And you said there's a 10% discount now.
Yes.
So
okay, for the lightning kits, it will cost you 30,000.
30K.
30,000. Then for the 500 watts solution, that's 500 watts solar gen, that will cost you 135,000.
135,000.
Then the 1,000 watt solar generator, that will cost you 170,000.
Is that with the discount, or that's the discounted price?
Discounted
price.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those that are interested in reaching you and communicating with you, knowing how to get this, how can they reach you?
Okay, they can reach us number 25 Ladoke Akintola Street, New Bodija, Ibadan. I take that again. Number 25 Ladoke Akintola Street, New Bodija, Ibadan. Phone lines can reach us on 0703 2222 335.
Okay, again.
0703 2222 335.
Okay, does this also the address and phone number apply also to Techfine battery?
Yes.
It applies to both Techfine batteries and Nexgen energy solar and inverter systems. Okay, thank you so much for coming on the show today. And yes, it's good to have you, Iniolua Adekule, once again, and Uka Festus Eze.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Do
much.
have a lovely weekend ahead of you.
Okay, and you too. Thank you so much for joining us on Talking Points for today. Do have yourself an amazing weekend. My name is Oluwatobi Olaliko. Okay, I forgot totally. I'm so sorry.
I know you guys are.
Yeah, I've tried now. Like, how many? Yeah, I'm supposed to mention his name. Like, my brother.
All right, let's go so that he can see our DM.
Sometimes a mystery, sometimes I'm free.